All right. So we're back on the chart. Um, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. This is the beginning of the week. Right now, we are currently in Sydney session, getting ready to go into the overlay of Asia session, and then from there we continue the rest of the week and the cycle. So price is already moving. As y'all can see right here by this clock, price is already moving, and we're up and running. So right now I'm on the daily time frame. I've been making some adjustments to my strategy and have gathered some education that I'm excited to share with you guys and excited to even implement through all the back testing that I've done. I literally was doing back testing on NASDAQ, and I got 2 wins and a loss. I got 2 wins and a loss. I'll go over that shortly after this, just so y'all can understand like how I look at things, and you guys even get to look at my folder and get to see like what's going on and how I approach things. Okay. But let's get to it. So first things first, we have this high, right? And then after that, we can even kind of make it to where it's just simplified, where we have that high, we have a low, and then we have a high, a lower high, then a higher high, and now we have a lower low. So we can make that simplified if we would like, um, to where we have that high, that low, and then after that we have this higher low, or excuse me, lower high, then we have a higher low, then we have a higher high, and then price has broke through with an indication, because if we just remove this right here, what do we see? We see this consolidation. Okay, so right here within this area, this is consolidation. This is what I'm talking about. So this is consolidation right here. So since this is consolidation, we're gonna label it. Y'all see I got out of the typing shit phase, and now we just got stuff. So we have a consolidation before the indication. This is important. You need to understand that range comes, range, actually, yeah, slash, comes before an indication. You need to understand that range comes before an indication. Consolidation comes before an indication. Why? Because price has broken the previous low that was established, which was a higher low, giving us a new indication that we're going in a different direction. So we are on the daily time frame. This is a lot stronger. Now here are some things that I need to be watching out for and that I'm looking out for. If you pay attention and you want to follow this trade, then sure you can. I am, by the way, again, I'm not giving a signal, so do not be like, hey bro, you got in that trade? Don't hit my line. I'm just being honest. If you want to follow it, go ahead. Be my guest. But other than that, do your own analysis. That's the whole point of this. It's to teach you how to do your own analysis. So therefore, what? You're free and you can do this shit on your own. So with that being the case, we have this consolidation before our indication. Now, this is on the daily time frame. Since we have a downtrend here, and then we have a lower high, and then after that we have this higher low. Okay, so I want y'all to pay attention to that. This is a higher low. Where's my shit at? There it is. Okay, cool. And let me move this out the way because that's gonna piss me off. All right, so we got a higher low right here. So what does that mean? That means it is not a time for us to be able to enter in for a sell according to the daily time frame, because this is a higher low. So clearly this correction is still happening. And as we can see here, but then we have a higher low. So this might be a correction, but then we have an indication here. So it just depends, right? But long story short, you don't need to be entering in a trade at all. I don't need to be entering in a trade at all. We have this higher low. So what I'm looking for price to do is to come here, come there, be here, right? Then here, then here, right? Once this happens, whether it be this or whether it be some higher, right? Either way it goes. If this is my lower high, so let me mark that. If this is my lower high, oh goodness gracious. So if this is my lower high right here, cool. Then what does that mean? Got a higher low, lower high. I need price to basically continue to break this, right? I need price to break this. Now, it's more than likely, well, I wouldn't say more than likely because that's predicting, but there's a possibility that price is going to come test this area before shooting down to finish off this area right here. Why? Because there's a gap still. There's still gaps within this area, literally. If you look, there's still a gap here. Still a gap. Price hasn't filled this yet. It's gotten here. Price has to fill this. It has to fill this. Price does not leave gaps. Price does not leave gaps. Price does not leave gaps. So with that being the case, it is a possibility that price will be here for this lower high. It may build up and go a little bit more and test this area because this was an area of support right here, right? And then this is also an area of support as well, right? Price is already broken past this one, and it looks like it's forming another higher low. And check that out. We have another higher low. So we have another higher low, and we have a lower high, right? So price might come up and push because we have these series of higher lows. Again, here's another one. Why am I choosing higher? Cool. So price has that higher low, another higher low, another higher low. This was even a higher low. This was even a higher low. So was this. And this actually became an equal low with that, right? So we know on the 4-hour time frame now, hey, guess what we got? Support. So we got another support. Cool. You can label that. And then we got also another support right there. Cool. And then we have resistance. Price has already broken this resistance right here. So now you're getting the bigger picture. We have a range, gave us a new indication, and now we have our correction. Since we have our correction, price might go and fulfill it all the way together, right? It might, or it may create just what, another lower high. It may wick right here. We don't know what's going to happen, but we see these higher lows. Price is building momentum. So since it's building momentum and we're in a downtrend, we're going to wait. Because again, what do we want to happen? We want price to basically go here, come here, and then after that, break. And then once it breaks, what does it have to do? It has to either keep going down, or it's going to what? Create another lower high. And then once we get that lower high right here, guess what we doing? We selling all the way down to this motherfucker right here. That's what I'm going to do. And then that'll be my first TP. My second TP is what? I'm going down here. Right? And that'll be a beautiful, 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 beautiful trade. So, what is the plan? The plan is to sit on my hands until I see this formation play out. Whether if we get a higher high, that's cool. That's fine. Either way it goes, we still have to be able to, one, have a higher low be broken. So, well, actually, first things first. Let's go ahead and write this down real quick. Right? Let's go ahead and write this down. So, here's the first thing that we need. First thing that we need, and let's put that in blue. First thing that we need is what? We need a lower high. What's the second thing we need? We need a break of the higher low. What's the third thing we need? A second lower high for what? Confirmation. Until we get this, I ain't trading this shit. Simple. So that's all we have for GU. This is a continuation of what this is like one of the live setups that I'm looking up right now. So I am posting this immediately. So therefore, if you're looking at the channel, you will automatically be able to catch up with what I'm doing. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was informative. Again, I'm not giving out signals, so it's going to be your responsibility to be able to stay on top of this. I want you guys to be amazing traders. You deserve to be an amazing trader. You are an amazing trader. You're going to put in the work that is necessary, which is just you basically you're going to put in the work, which is just basically you doing back testing and doing practice trades. There is a investor that I follow. His name is Ian Dunlap, the master investor. And I remember something that was very it was a very key thing, right? Because I always look at these guys of like, they don't really have to give this information, especially if they're genuinely up like they say that they are. They could just disappear from the rest of the world. Like, I want to give you guys an example. The Big Short, right? If you ever watch The Big Short, there's this guy named Michael Burry. Michael Burry predicted the crash that happened in 2008, and he was up millions of dollars. I have never really heard from that nigga. I'm being 100%. I'm being 100% when I say that. He rarely comes out and speaks and says something. And that's because how up he is. Think about every multimillionaire. I mean, like multimillionaire. You hardly really hear them speak like that. And it's because they don't need to give information. So with that being the case, this is why I value the information that was told, right? And in just a simple podcast episode, he said, you need to take 300 trades, 300 practice trades before starting the live trade. Now, me, have I broken that rule? Absolutely, yes, because I'm an ambitious person. However, I did not disregard the fact that he did say that you need to take practice trades and you need to do 300 of them. Now, let's break this up, because I know 300 may be like, man, what the fuck I look like taking 300 practice trades on a practice account? Well, remember, your cheat code one is back testing. You can take plenty of trades during back testing, but you know how many practice trades, 300 practice trades is in a month? 10 practice trades a day. You know what that means? All you got to do is pick 3 pairs, and for 30 days in a row, do 3 back test trades on 1 pair, 2 pair, and then on your 3rd pair, you're going to do 4 back test trades. And you can alternate them. You can make 5 sells, and then you can do 5 buys, right? Once you're done, you do that consecutively for 30 days. You have now eclipsed 300 practice trades. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. So check this out real quick. I just want to show you guys this. All right. Let's get here real quick. I just want to show you guys this real quick. Look at this. This is how I've set everything up, right? Look, this is how I've set everything up. I have sell trade examples here. I have my good entry examples, right? Where I'm writing down my notes and I'm showing this is why this is a good entry. Think about it. I'm even being overall on my entry. I'm being honest about my entry. This is a C+ entry, right? What was this? This is an A+ entry. Get what I'm saying? So I want y'all to be extremely honest whenever you are entering trades, whenever you are exiting trades, whenever you are taking trades. I want you to mark things up, because this is what's going to help you on the charts once it's time. You do not want to be unprepared. See what I'm saying? I'm just marking this shit up. You can see even the times where I'm doing this shit. Up until 1 in the morning last night, right? And then let's go to the bad ones, right? Bad entry examples. Literally, I just took one earlier. Loss. Being honest with myself. Look at that. See what I'm saying? Being honest with myself. Being honest with myself. Being honest with myself. Get what I'm saying? So, and again, what we got? We got buy trade examples. Give me sell trade examples. So, the point of it all, right? Not Anthony Hamilton. But the point of it all is for you to be able to get to a degree within your trading to where you are literally testing and tracking yourself and seeing your improvement. But this is the GU live look. Again, I'm not giving a signal. You can mark this up how I have it marked up. You can be able to do whatever you want to do, but you won't get a signal out of me. I wish you the best. Come back to these videos if you need more information. Feel free to leave a comment, and if you have a specific video that you want from me, I'm more than happy to do it for you. Again, we're all getting better as traders. Again, we are all getting better as traders. All right.